Hello everyone, heart seekers, nature lovers, long time no speak. Finally a newsletter, and it comes with a huge theme of letting go and a whole lot of announcements. And I know today is the day because on the way here a hummingbird was right at my gate. I mean, it's so beautiful. And there's one in the bush that I'm looking at right now. And somewhere here there are either eagles or vultures. They're so high up, but they're huge, flying above me. So nature is really talking and saying, yay, she's making the video finally. Anyway, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Karen Wyman. I am a Pachamama. I am trained by the Kero Indians who live high in the mountains of the Andes in Peru. And I make these videos to support our growth together with nature and this beautiful, beautiful medicine. So where have I been? Sure, I thought I was going through a transition last year. That was just the beginning, the warm-up. I have spent the last 3 months going through the most traumatic transitioning time of my life, and wanting to make videos and just not even having a minute. So what do I tell you? If I had to sum it up, I would say and share the following with you, but after that I also am going to talk about what is coming, and the workshops and the medicine that is coming, and what you can expect. Yes, so yes, I was in Johannesburg in South Africa, and as my counselor likes to say to me, I was pushed out. I see now it was guidance from Pachamama, but I've had this dream for decades to own land and build a tiny house on it. So I followed my dream and I sold my house and I moved further south in South Africa. I found the most beautiful piece of land. I think that's the last newsletter that I put out to you all. This beautiful land that had all these mountains. Oh, it was so beautiful. And then I started looking for builders. Oh my goodness. 2.5 months and 13 builders. I realized that this is not flowing and this is not going to happen. And I also couldn't afford it. It was just like the flow was just not there. And I realized it's time to let this go. So on the Sunday evening, I will never forget this, on the Sunday evening I decided to let go this land, start grieving this dream that I've got to let go. Let the lawyer know on the Monday. The land went back up for sale. That was Monday. On Tuesday I got an email to say that there was something wrong, and they couldn't host my KarenWyman.com website, which my old clients will know I've had for almost 20 years now, representing all my old work as a transformation game facilitator and as a kinesiologist. And I had to shut the web. This is the short version. I had to close that website down. So please, if you're looking for me, you cannot find me on KarenWyman.com or any of my Karen Wyman email addresses anymore. You have to use Miskayani. I will put it in below so that you can contact me there if you need to. So that was Tuesday. My website got shut down in a matter of 3 hours. It was gone. So that was the next shock to my system. The next day I got up and there was an email from the managing agents, because I was renting the house for me and Bella, my cat, while I was going to build. And I got this message to say they were giving me notice and I had to move out by the end of June. They basically broke the contract. So that was the next shock I did not see coming, so I had to let that go. And watch out for the theme in case you miss it. So yes, that was the Wednesday. And then I was in absolute shock, because it's like, oh wow, I've got to let the land go. Now I've got to let my rental go. Where am I going to go? Because it's not easy to find accommodation, especially of an animal, and especially in South Africa, because everyone's trying to get out of the Gauteng areas, out to the coast, because of all the political issues. started to realize that maybe Pachamama is trying to tell me that it's time to leave South Africa. And the next minute I was having dreams and visions, and that confirmed that it was time for me to leave Africa, which is enormous for me. Africa is in my blood. Yes, never mind in my ancestors, yes. So the moment I decided about maybe it's time to move to the UK, things started happening. But let me come back to this disastrous week. You know, my shamanic astrologer said to me that I have chosen a path where I have these huge transitions where many rugs are pulled out from under my feet at one go, to take me to depths within myself spiritually that no other situation would offer me. And this is probably the biggest one I've ever been through, because by the end of the week, the last family member that is alive phoned to tell me that she had cancer, and she's in the UK. So I knew I need to go to the UK, I need to go and be with her. And I took my animal to the vet to see how this would work with the vaccines, and discovered that we couldn't leave South Africa before the end of August. So suddenly I'm in this strange time. I had to let my place go and find a temporary place. So I've now moved further south. The sea is like 20 minutes from me here. You can see I still have my mountains around me, my beautiful mountains. But there's been a lot of change. And so this little light at the end of the tunnel with Pachamama just kept me going. When I started having the panic attacks, I realized that I couldn't do all this letting go and hold my clients. I just couldn't do it anymore. I was heading for burnout. I stopped seeing clients and stopped holding workshops, facilitating just for 3 months. I'm in the middle of it, and I'll be back to work in September 2023. So here I am. I have now packed everything. It's in containers. They're on their way to the UK as I speak. My clients have all been put on hold, and actually it's been really such a special thing because the new medicine is showing up, and I can't go back to the way I was working before. I know that I've announced that I won't be doing kinesiology anymore. I mean, it will always inform me, but you know, nature and her initiations are all that we need now. And it's really interesting, as I've gone through this, the more present I've become and more grounded, the more I've been able to go to a higher perspective and to look at it from not only from a soul on a journey, you're right, that I'm in my body and what is it I'm experiencing, but I'm also starting to see how civilizations are starting to collapse, right? How the very fabric of how we think life should be is falling apart, and it needs to, right? When you've got to live the reality of this, it is an eye-opener. It's stop the ideals and live the truth. Yes, I'm still very much in that, but it's been such an eye-opening time for me, and it's made me even more passionate about getting out there, because I have the tools from what I've been through and from the guidance that I've received from Pachamama, from the Apus, from the mountains, from the nature spirits, of how to go forward to where this planet is going. So how do you let go? Start looking at this. What do you do when there's transition and things fall apart? Where do you go? And start to build a good foundation for yourself, so that when the world rocks around you, you can return, and that you don't have to wait for it to fall apart for you to learn it. See if you can be proactive. You see, right now, we're in third level consciousness, mainly on the planet, but most of us live in third level consciousness. And when we get into trouble, we go there to take care of ourselves. What does that mean? We go to our heads, we go to analyzing, we go to psychologists, we go to motivational speakers, motivational books. How do you manifest your life? Put your mind to it. This is all third level ways of being. This is not fourth level. Fourth level is in the heart, it's in the body, it's in soul and spirit, and the mind being a slave. Being your slave is not a nice word. Let's say waiting to be given a task, not the other way around. So who do you choose to be? Are you feeding third level consciousness? Or are you ready to surrender and leap into a different way of being? And it's so interesting because I look at what I offer you. You know, it's about this ancient medicine from hundreds, if not thousands of years ago, from the Inca and way before them. But I'm starting to realize that it may have been ancient, but actually this is the new medicine that's coming through. And for those of us who are teaching from the heart, we are being shoved forward so that we learn how to share this, how to teach it, so that you can find your way as well, because this is fourth level consciousness. So, who do you choose to be? Do you choose to be in third level consciousness, or do you choose to be in the fourth? And I'm hoping if you choose to be in the fourth, that you will come and learn from nature. All of that is one with Pachamama, and she knows how to go forward. So where does that leave me now? Well, I'm still in my sabbatical. I need to fill my cup again so that I'm full. But in the next weeks, I'm going to be tweaking my website. I need to start bringing in the workshops that I've been telling you, the initiations that I've been going through for the last 3 years, which are very heart-based, which are incredibly transformative. I'm going to be offering those. You know, there are many chambers in the heart. We will start working with that. We're going to work with all the different levels of Pachamama. We're going to start working with the stars, with the Pleiades, with the Milky Way. Yes. So watch this space. I will start opening up to workshops again. We will do a Pachamama workshop online, yes, and we will be doing one in September, late September. There will be the Feminine Rainbow Jaguar workshop that is coming. I'm also going to be offering regular despachos, ceremonial events for healing the earth, the water, to work with all these forces that are needing to be cleared away. That's going to be happening online, so no matter where you are in the world, you can come and join me. I'm going to make a video about it later, about all these old civilizations that got us where we are right now, that we're having to work through. And working with our ancestors, I think, is vital for the healing of this planet. So there is a workshop that I will be offering where we will focus on ancestral. But in order to do that, you need to have the tools. You need to have a deep relationship with Pachamama. You need to know how to clear your own husha. And so we need the foundation workshops to go out to support you, so you have them in place before we go to this really deep work and helping our planet heal. It's time to transform and open to a new medicine. I have felt it in my body. I look forward to sharing the hows with you live, whether it's online or in a space in nature together. Yes, so stay tuned. Doesn't matter where you are in the world, we can meet online. And as I start to get larger workshops going, I'll start coming to countries in the UK, around Europe, Australia, Costa Rica is a good meeting point. So I come to you with a full heart of love for nature and a profound time of letting go for me. Are you letting go too? Are you prepared? How are you at looking at where you are in third level consciousness? Who are you choosing to be? Do you wish to be in fourth? Or are you happy in third, in your comfortable, familiar place? Lots of good questions, yes? So watch this space, everybody. Not only as I change, but also as my book is coming out towards the end of the year or next year. It is exciting times. It's also devastating times. Learning how to grieve, how to process trauma, I think are going to get louder and louder as things start to fall apart. So I hope you are taking care of yourself. I look forward to interacting with you on social media, whether that's on Instagram, whether it's Facebook, whether it's on my YouTube channel, whether you comment, whether you say hello on Messenger, or email me at info@miskayani.com. Like and subscribe if you want to keep up to date with me. There are lots of videos I am looking forward to making. There are so many rich themes. Trying to see them through the eyes of nature to what our world is going through and how we can survive it. I send you much love, much munai. Take care until we meet again. Bye for now.